have any questions, just hit reply or give us a shout. Stay safe out there.
It's that simple, boys. It's that simple. What you're seeing on your screen right now is 2K plus worth of payments made from a trucking agency to Horizon Tech AI for the development of an AI voice facilitator to absolutely change their industry forever. My people, my people, my people. The future is truly great. So a few days ago, I posted a story on my Instagram asking you guys what tutorial video you guys wanted to see next, and about 51% of you guys out of the thousands that viewed that wanted a breakdown of this exact system today. So straight to the point, Horizon Tech AI reveals how to build a AI outbound qualification facilitator using retail AI. In today's video, we're going to be going through the exact prompts, the exact templates, make.com, the blueprints, the knowledge base, the prompt breakdown, and all the details that you need to know to develop an AI voice facilitator like this to absolutely change industries. And this video is going to be divided in 3 parts, as you know always. We're going to first do the demo so you guys can see the system, then the call flow so you guys can understand it, and then we'll go into the main part where we're going to go into make.com, we're going to go into retail AI, and we're going to develop everything with you guys. We're going to break it down. So without further ado, my people, it's demo time.
Hi Ibrahim, this is Ryan from Truck and Friends Group, your friendly AI voice facilitator. I saw your info came through and wanted to learn a bit about your operation. Got a minute?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Great, just a few quick questions to see if we're a fit. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Awesome. First, just to confirm, your full name is Ibrahim, right?
Yeah, Ibrahim Kashif.
Next up, your email is initiate@horizontechai.com, correct? Just want to make sure I've got it right. Horizon Tech AI spelled HORIZONTECHAI.com.
Yes.
Perfect, thanks. And your MC number is 123421, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for confirming. Quick check. How long has your MC been active? Is it over 90 days old?
Yes.
Great. That's what I like to hear. What kind of trailer are you running? Dry van, reefer, flatbed, or step deck? And if it's flatbed or step deck, do you carry tarps?
Yeah, it's step deck, man.
Step deck, got it. Do you run with tarps on your step deck? Just need to check for certain loads.
Yes, we do, man.
Perfect. You're making this easy. How many days do you usually stay out on the road? Are you running at least 10 days at a time?
We're around 9 days. Does that cut it?
9 days is just a hair short of our minimum. Our sweet spot is 10 days.
Actually, I do run like 15 days. Sorry, I meant to say 15.
No worries, Ibrahim. 15 days is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Last quick one. Do you cover all 48 states, or do you stick to certain regions?
Yeah, we cover all. Most.
Love it. You're exactly our type of carrier. Here's the deal. We've been in business 13 plus years, booked over 75,000 loads, and we only work with semis. Okay. It's a flat 7% per load. No contracts, no hidden fees, no minimums. You get a dedicated dispatcher. We handle negotiation, paperwork, and invoicing. If you're down, I'll send the onboarding packet to your email right now. Sound good?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Sending you the onboarding form now. Thanks, Ibrahim. Packet's in your inbox. If you have any questions, just hit reply or give us a shout. Stay safe out there.
It's that simple, boys. It's that simple. All right. Call flow. So the AI outbound qualification facilitator system, big name, we're still working on it. It runs like this, okay? You're gonna have a form on your website or somewhere, or some place where a lead can actually input information. This can be Instagram if you really wanted it. This can be any other form, or even just your website form. Once that form is filled with the details, it's gonna be name, email, phone number, and MC number. Once that's done, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna trigger an outbound call to the person who filled out the forms. We're gonna start by confirming the details to make sure that everything filled out was correct. Hey, is your MC number this? Is your email this? Is your name this? All of that good stuff. And obviously, you know, no good system is without the fact that we need to transfer to a live agent if needed, which rarely is ever needed. But yeah, we can transfer to a live agent if the user requires. Inside the system, we're gonna have a failsafe as well where we can only transfer if they give a reason. But yeah, then the system, after it confirms the details, we can go ahead and answer questions directly from a knowledge base. So for the people who don't know this, and I'll try and keep this medium pace for you guys. A knowledge base is basically a set of data. It's just text that we input into the AI, a document, so that the AI can extract information and answer. In technical terms, this is called RAG. RAG. It allows the AI to extract information from external sources. It's like using ChatGPT search mode. So that's what the knowledge base over here is going to be for. Don't worry, templates, of course, everything's provided. After that, we're going to go through the amazing qualification process where we're going to have hard no's and hard yeses. If the person does not come inside our qualification, we're going to deny them, we're going to let them know, and then we're going to end the call. But if they do, then obviously they're qualified. So inside this specific deal, and of course, we've used a demo name for the client. I don't want you guys spamming their form and all of this stuff. So Trucks and Friends has a few qualification questions that we've inputted over here, and we've asked them before, hey, what happens if they don't qualify? Trucks and Friends have told us, hey, just leave them out there. But of course, if you guys really want, you can take this non-qualified over to referral partners and stuff like that. Let your clients know about that. They'll love it. But yeah, if they're not qualified, straight up, we end the call. Obviously, there's so much more we can do there. But if they're qualified, we come over here, and then Trucks & Co wanted us to send them an onboarding form. Of course, if you guys again wanted, you can check out our other videos for how to do appointment booking, and this can be qualification then appointment booking. But yes, we go ahead, we send over the onboarding form via email, and then obviously we can guide through if needed. After everything's done, everything's good, we just go ahead and end the call. So it's a pretty basic flow, and the facilitator actually didn't take us a lot of time to develop, but it's really like this. Imagine how much manual work was actually used into this. They're spending all of the time to get all of those leads in. Trucks and Friends has YouTube, Instagram, all socials over there. They're spending so much time posting. So many leads are coming in. There's disruptive leads, there's no good leads, there's good leads, there's bad leads, there's all of this stuff, but they don't have enough agents and they're missing calls. They're spending all of the time trying to get leads in, but they can never close and actually get a client because there's no system built to actually make it happen. And that's what we solve for them. So a note for you guys, it does not matter how good the system is, or it does not matter your skill level. It matters about the problem you can solve. If there's a genuine problem there, you will solve it and you will get paid. That's how it works. Benefit someone else and you'll get benefited as well. So now that that is out of the way, we're going to go ahead and break down this document that I prepared for you guys beforehand. So to start off, here are the required softwares that we're going to be using inside the system. We got tally.so, which is actually what we're going to be using for our form builder. Of course, you guys can use like your own website's form or anything like that. Process runs the same, and we've made it very easy to integrate between different forms. Then we got Retail AI, and this is going to be our actual AI voice agent developer. This is how we're actually going to go ahead and develop the specific agent, connect the phone number, do the personality, the voices, all of that fun stuff. And then we got make.com over here, which is our no-code automation developer. So literally everything that you're going to be doing over here is going to have no code to minimal code. It's so easy, anyone can do it. And then lastly, we got OpenAI, which is our LLM, which is how we're going to be actually processing data, because we need ChatGPT to, you know, do some fun stuff over there for us. So before moving forward, you guys can go ahead and just create accounts on all of these websites over here. Don't worry about anything else. Just create the accounts right now. And one clarification, OpenAI is not ChatGPT. Don't do ChatGPT, then create an account. Create an OpenAI.com account. Alright, so now we got the fun part, we got the actual prompt breakdown. So before we get into this, I want you guys to know that all of our prompts are generated using ChatGPT and a little bit of manual work, because we have systemized everything to the point where we can just plug and play data and then it gives us our output. It took us a lot of time, but we're gonna give it to you guys for free. If you guys make it into the AI Renaissance, I guess I'll put the link in the description. If you make it in there, you're gonna find the exact prompt templates you guys need to make as many AI voice facilitators as you want. So over here, breaking down the prompt, we got our main section over here. So one thing to quickly note about prompts and AI agents and facilitators is that they hallucinate if not done right. The prompt matters more than you think. If your prompt is long and it has a lot of controversy and it's just like messed up like that, then your latency and not just your facilitator, but everything will be messed up. So the prompt is probably one of, or if the most important part about the facilitator, because if this is off, then the first touch point of the customer, the caller, is off. So to actually break it down, how we reduce hallucinations and add these guardrails is we start off in a structured approach. We start off with the identity. We tell it, hey, this is who you are, this is why you're here, and this is the description of the business, okay? And we also have a built-in date and time variable because they don't automatically do that. OpenAI's API just goes to like 2023, I'm pretty sure. Now here we got the main workflow. This is where our actual stuff starts. So the system is actually pretty simple. We start off with a personalized aspect. Hey, name, thank you for calling, all of this stuff. We ask permission to go ahead into the qualification flow. We confirm their data. And then once they're confirmed, we obviously ask the qualification questions, as you can see over here. We like to limit it to 3 to 4. Obviously, that is your choice, how many qualification questions you guys want. But we've seen that 3 to 4 is always best. Otherwise, the customer gets a little bit rousy. But yeah, if qualified, we go ahead, we give them the pitch, we let them know, hey, I can send you the onboarding packet via the email that they have already given us. And of course, again, we have fail safes if the email is spelled out wrong, because we've thought about that. If not, obviously we go to dequalification, and we're going to be using the send email tool for this. So this system only has one tool that we're going to be using. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. And then obviously we added a little bit of objection handling. You know, they're like, hey, I see better rates over here. If someone fills out a form for your business, they're not just filling out your form, they're probably going to 5-6 other people. So it is at utmost responsibility for you to be the first contact, the first, hey, this is my price, this is my deal, this is all the stuff I can get you in right now. If you give them all of that up front, they're going to see how easy your process is, how amazing it is, and they'll sign with you. He who hesitates is lost, and that's how it comes when it goes to leads. And then obviously questions you can answer from the knowledge base over here. We just add a little bit of examples. If they're unsure, transfer to the specialist. We need that. Then we got some transfer rules, and then our obvious closing. And lastly, we have our tone and rules. These are the guardrails that we have added into the system. I see so many people inside like the questions place adding like 20 different questions. Hey, my AI needs to know everything. Let the AI speak, man. Just give it basic information, let it know about the knowledge base, and then it's gonna handle everything else. Put a little bit more trust, but always make sure your guardrails are your guardrails. If you're noticing issues, add it in the guardrails and it won't come up ever again. So it really does take a lot of testing back and forth. We spend hours testing our AI voice facilitators before even showing them to clients. We have quality checks, we have all of this stuff that happens, because the moment you show it to the client, that's the moment they know, hey, is it worth my time or is it not? So now after that, we have our actual knowledge base. So this one is really simple. I literally just went up to ChatGPT and I typed, give me a knowledge base. It should be question and answer with headers, and here is the information. Or you can just link your website and it just generates the knowledge base for you, okay? So this is a dummy knowledge base that we've gotten for the company truck and friends group. And as you can see, it's pretty basic, pretty, you know, stuff like that. And of course you can make this as long as you want, but keep it simple, man. Don't try and add emotions over here like if you're on lease or something like that. Give it the information and let AI handle the rest. And of course, you don't just have to do this in question answer. That's just the best format we found. You can just link your website and it can directly pull information from there like ChatGPT does normally. But this is probably the best way to do it. So now at the end over here, I wanted to give the exact tool. You guys can, of course, always copy and paste everything while we're going ahead and developing this. And then we got our final note. Of course, if you guys want to learn how to build systems like this, you know where to go. If you're allowed in, man, it's gonna change your world. So along with this video, inside the AI Renaissance, I'm gonna link the exact make.com templates and also the exact facilitator JSON. But if you guys don't, like, you haven't joined the AI Renaissance or anything like that, just follow through. You guys can obviously just copy and paste everything from over here. If you want it quick and done easy, the AI Renaissance is your way to go. If not, spend some time, watch this video, we'll copy paste. So the first thing I want you guys to start off is with Retail AI. Go ahead and go into the main agent page, and we're going to start by going ahead and clicking import if you guys got the JSON. If not, just click create an agent over here. We're going to do a voice agent and we're going to do a single prompt agent. Click create. Give it some time, it's gonna load up, and boom, we are inside our agent developer. So before we actually start by filling all of this in, I want to walk you guys through all of the options you have over here. Of course, I'm trying to make this as beginner friendly as possible. So to start off, we have our main prompt box over here. So if you guys don't know this, how an AI voice facilitator works is like Siri, where you transcribe first what you're saying, then it thinks, and then it responds. So what's happening over here is when you speak to an AI voice facilitator, it first transcribes your voice, voice. As you can see, we have English over here. Transcribes your voice into actual text. It takes that text and your system prompt over here into ChatGPT, obviously in a nutshell, and then we go ahead and get our response. Once that response is over here in text, then we go over to 11 Labs, which is our voice TTS provider system, text to speech, which actually generates the voice that we hear. So it goes ahead, transcribes, thinks, and then speaks like a human. So running over here, we have our main prompt box. This is where we're gonna paste our main system prompt. We have a few options over here for the welcome message. We're gonna go ahead, fill this out as AI speaks first. And now over here, what you're seeing are all of the settings that you can add into your facilitator. Okay, we have functions over here. These are like tools or different actions that the AI can do, like end call or transfer to a live agent or even send email. That's what a function is. This is where we can add our knowledge base. Don't worry about any of these advanced settings. We're just going to be going through the basics and everything you guys need to know. Then we got our speech settings over here. We can add some background noise, which is like tweet or like some coffee shop sounds happening in the background of your AI, just to make it a little bit more human-like. Now this is one of my most favorite features. It's back channeling, which is like throughout the conversation, if you're speaking, the AI is going to go like, yeah, okay, stuff like that. It actually adds a lot of the human-like feature into it, and I really love it. And then of course we got our transcriber. Don't worry about this too much. We're gonna go through everything. Our call settings. This is where we can go ahead and configure our call silence, our max duration, and even our voicemail, which yes, this system does have a voicemail. And then over here we got our post-call analysis, which is the end of call report. So inside this tutorial, the client wanted us to take all of the end of call data into their custom CRMs and their custom systems and stuff like that. So we are not going to be showcasing that in today's video, but everything will be provided for you guys to just come over here, add a end of call data variable over here, and just do whatever you want with it. This is the data that is received from the call as like a summary. Like you can fetch the name from the call, or did the user say anything about meatloaf, something like that, yes or no, and then it'll tell from the transcript. And then of course we got security. If this is for some reason for a hospital or dental clinic, you guys can go ahead and enable protected health information. And then obviously our webhook, all of the stuff over here, and then MCPs. So now we got up over here. This is where you can change your actual model. Remember what I said, ChatGPT goes ahead and generates. It's like the brain. We've seen that 4.1 is actually the best, not GPT-5, but 4.1, and that's what we're going to be using over here. And especially not fast tier. If you guys choose fast tier, you'll probably get lower latency, but it's going to suck, okay? It's not going to be able to think. And then over here, we got our voices. We got 11 Labs, OpenAI, Cartesia, and of course, you guys can add a custom voice or just go ahead and make your own voice. And then we got our multiple transcriber settings over here. These are the languages that your AI can transcribe in. AI can speak in any language you want, but for it to transcribe, you need to select an actual appropriate transcribing language. And as you can see, we have multilingual on the system. So without further ado, now that all of this is here, we're gonna go through the settings and we're gonna start filling everything out. So for starters, we're gonna come over here and we're just gonna go ahead and copy in the prompt breakdown. We're just gonna copy all of this over here and go ahead and paste it in right over here. Don't worry about the formatting. It's gonna look a little weird, but we're just gonna keep it like that. And of course, AI speaks first. We're gonna keep it dynamic. And of course, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna make sure our voice is something like, I think I like Brian the most. We're gonna go with Brian.
Hey, I'm Brian, ready to get going. Whatever you need.
Yeah, let's go with Brian. And then of course you guys can choose multilingual if you want. You're gonna have to add this into the system prompt under rules, but we're just gonna keep English over here. Now we're gonna go over here to speech settings, and we're gonna, for starters, enabling back channeling. We're gonna do this to 0.8. Background sound we're gonna add as the call center. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna go into call settings, voicemail detection. Yes, we're gonna add a variable over here. Variable is gonna be voicemail. So for retail AI, every single variable that you're seeing over here, we're actually gonna extract it from make.com when the call is being triggered. So right now we're just gonna place in these basic variables. And of course you guys can change all of this stuff as much as you want. End call on silence, we'll just keep that around 30 seconds. Max call duration, I've seen 5 minutes is the perfect one, because usually calls are around 3 minutes or 1 minute. Boom, ring duration, that's fine. Now this is where you guys can add post-call analysis if you guys really want, like what was the user's finalized email, maybe they wrote it wrong and you got the correct one, something like that. But for right now, we're not going to add anything. And then of course we got our security. If you guys want to set this up, you can, but right now we don't need it. An agent level webhook URL. This is where you're going to place your end of call report webhook URL from make.com if you really need to, okay? But of course, this system doesn't have that right now, so we're gonna leave this empty. Now that all of that is done, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start working on the functions. So if you can see over here, we only really need like 3 functions inside the system. It's pretty basic. We're gonna add the end of call function. This is gonna be end the call when the conversation is over. Boom. Simple stuff over here. We're gonna add that. Then we're going to do call transfer the call to a human agent. And this is where you guys get to choose if you just want to transfer it to one phone number over here, maybe you just have one, or dynamic routing, which is just like, hey, if it's for support, if it's for a specific person, do this, do that. Right now, we're just going to leave it static, and we're just going to add my phone number. And for the type, we're just going to go ahead with warm transfer. This is where we can add the ringtone and all of this stuff. Boom. You can go ahead, human detection. You can change all of these stuff if you really want. But basically, the difference between these two types are in cold transfer, the AI does not give a debrief to the next agent, whereas in warm transfer, the AI gives a debrief, like a prompt, hey, this is why the person transferred. Boom, and then we can just click save over here, add the next one, and we're just gonna go ahead and do a custom function, and this is where we're gonna go ahead and get the good old tool over here. So we're gonna name it, and of course we've done it all for you guys. Just copy this right over here, send email, boom. Right now we're just gonna copy this and just paste that over here. Don't worry about that. And we're just gonna copy this JSON, paste it right over here. Speak during execution. We're just gonna add 1 moment, please. Boom, simple. Save. Now, as you can see, we got all of our tools over here. Done, simple. That took us like what? 5 minutes. So now on the retail AI side, there's actually only 2 more things we have to do. Okay, we're gonna plug in the knowledge base and we're gonna go ahead and buy the number. And of course, if you guys haven't put in your credit card right now, just go ahead and go into the billing right now or over here and just add in your credit card. Don't worry about it, it's pay as you go. So right now over here, we're gonna go into knowledge base, we're gonna click add, and we're just gonna add a new knowledge base. It's gonna open up this knowledge base preview, and we're just gonna copy the knowledge base that we got all over here. Just copy it all. Boom, and we're just gonna run back over here. We're gonna click add a new knowledge base, and friends group. Boom, and we're gonna click add, and we're gonna add the text over here, paste it over here, and just click save. Simple. Done, and that is your knowledge base developed right there. And of course, make sure you come back over here, you reload this page, and you actually add it over here. Trust me, it's happened before. Double check, always triple check. So come over here, click add the knowledge base, and this is the one that we just added, and it's that simple. As you can see now, our latency has jumped a little bit because the knowledge base requires a latency. Now, as you can see, we are literally done with everything we need on the agent page. You guys can go ahead and test your agent right now. You can test the chat. You can do all of this stuff. Your agent's pretty much built right now, the front face. But now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go ahead and connect a phone number over here. So retail AI makes it very easy. All you have to do is just click plus, buy a new number, Twilio, and you just buy it, man. And of course, you guys are gonna have to do verification. Just click the verify to make outbound calls and just plug in your ID and do a face scan, and then you're good to go. And I would recommend you guys don't buy numbers from retail AI. Just buy directly from Twilio and then connect it via SIP trunking. You guys can check my other videos on that. I'll link it below, of course. But yeah, you can just buy a number like that and you can leave all of this empty. So now that is literally everything we need to do on retail AI. It's so simple, it's so easy, man. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head over to tally.so because we're gonna actually create the template form. So this is very easy. Tally is actually pretty much free. You can just go over here, add a new form, and just add the good old short answer. This is like so simple. Add the short answer for your name, your email, your MC number, and your phone number, and just click publish, man. That's all you guys need. And then your form should look something like this. A simple form over here. Of course, if you guys have a website, just go ahead. I mean, it's already built on your website, right? But this is the form that we're going to be using, tally.so's form. So once the actual form system is set up and you have some way to input data, we're going to get into the fun part, the actual make.com automations. So as you guys can see over here, this system has only 2 make.com automations. We have the outbound calling, the main outbound calling, and then we have the send email, the one function. It's a really basic system. Of course, you guys can add thousands of more updates into this, like custom memory into it if you really want to. You can add CRM attachments, you can connect it to go high level, you can extract customer data, you can do so much stuff over here, but this is just the most minimum of minimum for you guys. But yeah, To get into breaking it down, for starters, I want you guys, if you guys are of course in the AI renaissance, just come over here, go to the good old more, and just import the blueprint and import the JSON of this scenario. And then you guys are going to be on the same screen as me. If not, just go ahead and follow along. You guys are going to need your trigger step, which is going to be the tally.so form over here, like I said, and it's very easy to just set up. All you guys have to do is click add, select your form, and connect your account over here. As you can see, we got our form right over here. You can just select that and click save, and you're gonna have your trigger right like this. And then next over here, what we got is our configuration variables and our client variables. These are steps that I've created for you guys so that you don't have to touch anything else. Okay, so configuration variables, this is where you're gonna plug in your form data. This is what's gonna be used inside the entire system, so there's no need to like change 50 different variables in 5 different nodes. You just change them over here and everything else is done. So as you can see, we have linked them directly over to Tally. There's my phone number. You guys are not going to see that. And then yeah, of course, we got our client variables over here, which is the actual facilitator variables, the API key, the facilitator ID, the phone number. This is everything that we need to actually make a call and plug in the variables. All right, so next we got our ChatGPT node and a little explanation as to what is happening over here. What we're doing is we're taking the exact time right now and we're formatting it to be inside our client's time zone or our system's time zone. So let's say that Make.com does this in New York time zone. That's what their now variable is for. So let's say that you're in California and you're 3 hours behind and you need the time zone for California. We're going to plug in the time zone hour, and then you're going to be able to get your response as Monday, 4th July or whatever it is, and the exact time. And this is what your facilitator needs so that it can know the actual time. Because like I mentioned before, if you ask it for the date today, it's going to say like XX 2023, something like that. Then of course, don't worry about it. I'll show you the exact format. Here are the variables. You just fill it in over here. And then lastly, we got our retail AI actual maker request. This is how we're triggering the call. This is how we're doing the call trigger. Over here, you literally don't have to touch a thing because everything's just done for you. So without further ado, let's enable it, man. All you have to do is go ahead and sign in with your OpenAI account. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna click OpenAI account API keys, and then you're just gonna go ahead, log in, and create an API key. Plug it in right over here, and then the organization ID, you're just going to find it the exact same way. Plug it in, click save, go ahead, GPT-4o assistant, all of this stuff. And make sure in advanced settings you have your response format as JSON and your parse JSON response as yes. Now if you guys don't have payment in your OpenAI account, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be allowed to. You're going to have a limit probably, so just add $5 into your billing. I mean, it'll last you years, I swear. Just add $5 and it'll last you forever. Add that in and you can use GPT 4.0. And now as you can see, let's plug in the client variables for you guys. So this is also quite simple. All you're going to do is you're going to go to settings and you're going to get your API key right over here. I'm obviously not going to show you guys mine. Plug it in like that, and then we got our facilitator ID. This is where you're going to go back. You're going to click your facilitator, which mine is over here, and you can just copy it from the URL. Just click copy right here. Go ahead and plug that in, and now you're going to get your facilitator phone number, which is the phone number that I asked you guys to buy. Simple stuff. Client time zone, this is where you're going to add your time zone. So let's say America-Los Angeles, if that's what I want. And then we're just going to plug in our time zone hour as -7. That is LA's GMT. Client voicemail message, this is where you guys can go ahead and plug in the voicemail. And of course, you can add dynamic variables like Ibrahim Kashif, please call me back. Click save. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. You can click save, and now as soon as a response comes, you can trigger this on. As soon as a response comes from Tally, your form over here, this is going to go through and then you're done. The call is triggered. Now next we're going to go ahead and break down the send email function. This is going to be fun. So how this works over here is, of course, same process. Go ahead and import the blueprint. You guys will be on the same page as me. But walking through the actual system, what's happening over here is as soon as we're qualified and we're good to go and they know our email and it's confirmed, we are going to get a webhook response or a bunch of data, a payload, which is what it's called, into this node over here. It's going to be sent from our function, our custom function of send email, to the URL which we're going to add. But once it's sent over here, we're going to instantly plug them into our holder variables, like how we had inside the first system over here, our holder variables. And that's going to allow us to go ahead and modify only these, and it's going to be modified inside the entire chain. But basically what happens after that is we have a a OpenAI module that is just ensuring that the email given was in the correct format, because sometimes it's given like this. Yeah, so my email is ibrahimk@gmail.com, stuff like that. We have a filter that if the email doesn't make sense, it's like xyz.43.4 at 73, something like that. That's not a valid email, so it's gonna output NA. And that's what happens over here. If it's an NA, we come over here, we say, oops, looks like your email doesn't exist. Could you spell it out one more time? And obviously this is, if you guys really want, you can do it like this, but we've just added it as a failsafe. If it's not equal to NA, as you can see over here, equals to NA. If it's not equal to NA, that means the email actually exists and it's formatted, and in that case, we're gonna go ahead and send the email. So what we have over here is actually an HTML email, and this is one of the secrets that we use inside Horizon Tech AI. We use all of our emails, all of our content as HTML emails, so it just looks better and it just feels better. And you're gonna find this exact email template right over here. Down below this, the email template. It's very tiny because it's a lot of stuff over here, but you can just go ahead and copy it and plug it into ChatGPT, change it up like how you want. ChatGPT does everything. But yeah, as you can see, we got nice old variables over here as well. Hi, client name. Of course, you guys can change this how you want. We have buttons over here. You click it, it goes wherever. That's basically it. Click save over here, and then we just send a confirmation the email was successfully sent to your email address. So without further ado, now let's get into how you're actually going to be connecting this. So for starters, as soon as you load this up, you're gonna have to disconnect this module and just click save over here. It doesn't allow you to save anywhere else, but yeah, go ahead and do that. And let's say that you want to create the webhook. You're gonna go over here, triggers when a webhook receives data, and just gonna add the hook and name it like this. Name it, click save, and then just copy the address over here. That is the one that you're gonna plug in right over here like that. So as soon as that's plugged in over here, the make.com hook right like this, you're just gonna click save and you're gonna update it, and now all of the data is gonna be sent over here. Now same scenario with ChatGPT. You can just go over here and you can just select your account, or it'll probably be automatically selected, and then boom, of course, JSON object and parse response. Then over here, now this is the little bit tricky part because it depends if you have a company email or you just have a gmail.com. So if you want to connect Gmail with your email, you have to go over here, click add whatever, and sign in with Google. That's only if you have the actual @companyname.com. Okay, if you have a domain email, that's where you're gonna do it. But if you have a @gmail.com, there is another video for that where you do have to add a client ID and a client secret. It's gonna take a little bit more work, but don't worry, there's an amazing video by someone and I've linked it below. Just go ahead and watch it, and it is phenomenal. You can go ahead and add your email in like that, and then you're good to go. And that is pretty much it, my people. We have our send email and we have our outbound calling. You can go ahead and test this. Everything is gonna work. And of course, if you guys really wanted to, you guys can add another scenario for the end of call report. We have so many more videos on the end of call report, getting the data calculated and all that stuff, templates provided, of course. And you can obviously go ahead and make it so that this can be stored inside a CRM and a database. We also have videos on that. Check them all out, man. But yeah, I guess nothing is left except let's go ahead and test this stuff out. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We have a Google Voice number over here, and I just want to show you guys how the system actually works. We're gonna first come over here, make sure all of our details are correct, perfect, and also over here the data is plugged in. We're gonna click save. We're gonna make sure the scenarios are on, both of them, and then we're just gonna come over here. We're gonna type in our name, our email, and then our MC number, which we'll just type something random, and now our phone number. And just so that we can see it run, I'm gonna click run over here, submit, and as you can see, it's already way ahead of us. And if we check our Google Voice in about 3, 2, 1, we got it.
Hi, Ibrahim Kashif. This is Ryan from Truck and Friends Group, your friendly AI voice facilitator. I saw your info came through and wanted to learn a bit about your operation. Got a minute?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Great. Just a few quick questions. First up, your full name is Ibrahim Kashif, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Next, I've got your email. Perfect, thanks. Now, how long has your MC been active? Is it over 90 days old?
Yes.
You're in the clear there. What kind of trailer are you running? Dry van, reefer, flatbed, or step deck? You're a great fit for us. Here's the deal. We've been dispatching for 13 plus years, booked over 75,000 loads, and only work with semis like yours. It's a flat 7% per load, creation, paperwork, and invoicing. If you're down, I'll send the onboarding packet to your email right now. Want to roll with us?
Yeah, sure, send it to me.
Perfect. Sending you the onboarding form now. Thanks, Ibrahim Kashif. Packets in your inbox. Once you fill it out and send it back, we'll get you rolling fast. Any questions while you've got me?
It's that simple, boys. You can hear the background noise, and as you can see, we got the argument, args initiate, and Ibram Kashif, and we got our email. We got over here, sent. And that is pretty much it, my people. That is the future. Of course, you guys can add so much more into this prompt. You guys, you can add the qualification, it goes over here, qualification, it goes over here, appointment booking, CRMs, all of this stuff. It's amazing and it's genuinely life-changing. But I guess to end it off, if you guys are looking for a solution like this and you want it to be amazing and you want it to be perfect, then initiate with Horizon Tech AI below. The future is amazing.